Okay, so get this. KG and Paul Pierce, right? They were like best buds and teammates on the Celtics for ages. Even won a championship together, which is super cool. But then, like, way later, in 2013, they both ended up on the Nets. And even though they were kind of older and not as explosive, their friendship and that whole competitive vibe, still totally on fire. KG, man, this dude was intense. Like, he never did anything halfway. Ever. Everything was 110%. And you'd think that would stop at warmups, right? Wrong. KG was spilling the beans on this podcast, saying he and Pierce would go head-to-head in these super serious one-on-one games before they even played their actual Nets games. It's wild. So Pierce, back in the day, he was a straight-up bucket getter. Like, nobody could guard him. He was one of the scariest scorers out there. And KG was asking him, all smirky and proud, like, "Yo, Paul, has anyone ever beaten you one-on-one before, besides me?" And Pierce was like, "Nah, man, nobody." KG went on to say they just mess around before games in Brooklyn playing like one possession. And sometimes KG would win, sometimes Pierce would. But they were like, "Don't mess with our thing." If anyone else tried to jump in, they'd be like, "Nah, back off." And KG, even though he was a killer defender, even he couldn't always shut Pierce down. That's how good Pierce was. It's probably why Pierce feels he's in the GOAT conversation, even if other people don't always put him there.
Like this one time, LeBron James said Kevin Durant was the greatest scorer ever, and Pierce was not having it. He was on some show, all fired up, saying he was probably the best pure scorer ever. He was like, "I gotta be in that talk, for real." But get this, even the guy who thinks he's the best pure scorer ever still admitted he got his butt kicked by KG in these pregame warmups. Pierce even gave KG props for his intensity and how he stayed focused. Pierce was like, you couldn't even talk to him before a game. He'd get his pape, eat his PB&J, and just be in this zone, totally locked in. You could say anything, and he'd just act like he didn't hear it. That's what made KG a superstar and a legend, not just for his teams, but for the whole game. I mean, seriously, who else can say they were an all-star 15 times in a 21-year career? Not many, for sure.